came back and that young boy, Arnez, was talking shit, Tony done had called me up and said, I'ma find where that nigga lived. Tony done I didn't know what his real name. He got another name. Tony done found some other name. I said, that ain't it. The nigga name is Nicholas Arnez or Arnez Nicholas. He said that nigga name is something Pendergrass or some shit like that. Tomahawk had all this nigga's motherfucking information. That's where he lived at.
He thought he did.
Well, this is what he says to me.
Yeah.
This is what he says to me.
His name is Nicholas.
So, and I kept saying, don't worry about that. Let that little nigga do what he doing. Now I'm wondering if Tomahawk manipulated any. What other situations did he manipulate? Since he came. But nobody in the background except the close people know that I've been arguing with your ass. All the times we fell out was for you wanting to do some trifling shit. To who? Some fucking women. Remember those recordings, Tomahawk, Tony? I still have them, Kenneth. Your real name's Kenneth Courtney. Kenneth Courtney. I still have those recordings from when you was talking shit about me to two people that couldn't understand why is this man talking about Phoenix. When we talk to her, she don't talk no shit about him. Why she thinks he's his friend. Let's prove to her this nigga ain't no motherfucking body. And he ain't about shit. And you know what they're saying? What you're saying on those recordings, Tony? You're talking about all the stupid people that fuck with HEMOC and the Kalanagos and how you should sell their fucking organs. Do you remember that when you go on your drunk tirades and you were so consistent? You said it to about 4, 5, 7 people 5 years ago. Yeah. He goes from place to place to place. And you want to know what? He leaving packages behind too. This time, this last couple of nomadic spurts that he's had, he done left the whole package that he ain't go back and check on.
Left the whole package.
So how? A whole baby. The stork done came. This nigga ain't prepared for nothing the entire fucking time. You know a baby's coming. You got people that care, that's actively going to.
But he got work to do for the people, though. He got work to do for the people.
That nigga ain't saved a motherfucking dime to help that woman.
You better drop to your knees for Johnny Aborigine, because if it wasn't for him, it wouldn't be none of y'all. Real talk. I don't know where Aboriginal Mac was, but I don't know where he at now. But I remember back then, him, AB the Legend, and Johnny Aborigine. I remember that. The last video I just did on the surnames, I gave AB the Legend credit for the photo. Letting you know to go follow him. Why y'all letting him run off the internet and we need him on here? Look how much info he got. That's not fair. And I don't need to take a shot at Phoenix Moon. You're using her.
Let Tony called me up one day and said, hey, coach, you know, I've been working with Tony for a minute, about 4 months probably. And he said, yeah, I'm in a bad situation. I don't have nowhere to stay. I need somewhere to stay. I can get to Atlanta. I thought about it. I said, okay, yeah, you can come stay. I really haven't never told nobody no they couldn't come stay with me. Anybody that's been in a jam that called me, I've always opened my door. And no, I don't live with my mother. This is crazy. Folks think I live with my mother. My mother don't even stay in this county or city that I live in. But anyway, he gets here, and as soon as he get off the airplane, first red flag, his shoes was talking. Okay, now I'm going to get all the way up to the never. I'm going to get to everybody right here, right now. We're going to end this shit. Game over, insert a coin, start over. This shit is over. I'm not going down this lane anymore. I'm not talking about nobody neither. I'm not about to sit here and lie on nobody. He got in the car. We took him, got him some shoes and clothes and cleaning stuff, and brought him to the house, let him meet everyone. My family came over and met him, because my family's like anybody new in town, then everybody's going to go meet this nigga. So Tony comes in doing his work, you know, all good. But once he stayed long enough and started getting drunk all the time from sun up to sundown, it became a problem. I never told him he had to get out. But one day he asked me, he said, yo, when can I get a banger? Who I can get a banger from? And I told him, I said, you're not going to have a gun in my house. The only person going to have a gun is me. You're not going to get drunk and flip out and shoot me or my family. You fucking crazy. So, and here goes Gina. Gina goes to the bar. I told you all I own the bar. And Gina and Tomahawk Tony, y'all, gets to physically fighting at my bar. I had to put them out the bar. Okay? They both dead ass drunk. I had to put them both out. Tony ain't got no shoes on. Remember this. Tony don't wear shoes. He'll walk around town barefooted. Okay? And by in the morning time, after the bar closed and I got home and everything, right, I'm about to get to all that, Renzo. Don't even worry about it. I'm about to get to all that. I'm going to lay it all down. This is I ain't going to say my truth. I'm just going to give the facts, because truth and facts are not the same. So, as we, you know what I'm saying, they get to fight and we break it up. The next morning, she comes back to my house and says, I got so drunk last night, I woke up in a pastor's house in his lot or some shit. So I left. I was leaving when she came back. And I went and got me something to eat. And when I got back, Tony was gone. Just put two and two together. I figured he was with her. Tony get in the car with her and leaves. And she takes him to his mother's house. And Tony ain't got no shoes on. And they just had a hangover, been drinking all night. So first, that's not the way you go take someone to meet your mom, first of all. I'm just showing y'all what's going on. So Tony get back, I call the whole family and tell them. I tell him, yo, I tell my family like, yo, this dude Tony is about to get with, is talking to Regina, and that don't need to be because Tony is, you know, a social media person, and Regina's not wrapped too tight, right? Now I hate to talk about my family, but so we tell Tony like, yo, leave her alone. Her name is in people's indictment. She done got some dudes locked up in prison. The whole nine. The girl just not wrapped too tight. So Tony like, yo, that's the girl I need. And I'm like, yo, I really wanted to hit the nigga right then. Because I'm like, I'm sitting here telling you, just leave my family alone, bro. Because certain family members, you know, I don't hate to be the reason why you met them. If it wasn't for me, he wouldn't have never met Gina. So he tell me I'm leaving. It had nothing to do with money, but he tells me he's leaving. Leaving a house full of men to go stay with, guys, young guys that I'm working with every day. They getting their lives together and stuff like that. Instead of trying to help mentor and get his shit together and work with young men like I'm doing every day, he wants to go and try to go be up under my cousin. So I guess they worked something out, like she said, put him in a better situation. Right. Living in someone's house, in my other cousin's house, in the bedroom is a better situation. In some apartments, and I have my own land. Right. Okay, so now Tony stops talking to us, and then she might not say it, but his old lady reached out. Like, yo, she thought I was saving him, taking him in from her, whatever. She, you know, Tony didn't jack her up, you know what I'm saying? Beat her ass, bit her, the whole nine. Be chumping the little man off like he ain't shit. Now, he said something to that extent to me, and I gave him the blues about it. Not about the women, but about the son. Like, the little nigga ate up all the cereal. I'm like, hold on, bro. You went in this man's life, okay? And you supposed to be able to mentor this little man and groom him to be a better man, not fuck that little nigga. That's when I knew you had a problem, that day. Because I'm working with children and you saying, fuck these kids. Fuck that little nigga. That's what you said. Fuck that little nigga. So, right then, everybody's starting to be like, oh yeah, this nigga got a problem. So we knew then it wasn't going to last long because your true self is starting to show. Okay? You're not for the people as you claim when you can't even deal with a fucking 9-year-old, my dude. If you can't handle a 9-year-old, you ain't for nobody but your motherfucking self. So let's get that straight. Now I sat you, watch you talk to Warhorse all these nights, every night. And all you did was took her shit and reflipped it and put it back and used it against her. And now you over there apologizing to them folks, and them folks like, nigga, fuck you too. So right now, who's that ass in the situation? You done brought down a whole family with lies, fabricated lies. Over and over talking about you got lava. Nigga, you ain't got nowhere to stay. Fuck is lava? You're homeless. You're a bum. You're more comfortable that way. Anytime somebody lend a hand to you, you fuck them. So that's why you're homeless. So everything that them folks is believing over there comes from Tomahawk Tony. How else would Gina get on that show? Fabrication. He fabricated the whole goddamn thing. She's having a lot of family issues already. He like, that's the girl I need. I need her in my life. I need her in my life. I'm like, what the fuck? Did you just hear what the fuck I just told you, nigga? So you want to find somebody who shit stink a little bit worse than yours. You kind of get where I'm going with this? And he went and impeded on her when her shit ain't right. They got to go, oh, well, what's wrong with them? What's wrong with the family? Why this and why that and why that? Oh, okay. So then he seen that we getting ready to do this live. We getting ready to do this show. Now, out the blue comes fucking Regina, who ain't never been on none of these shows before. And you talked her through a mean one, buddy. She should get an Oscar for that one. But what she don't know is the person that she was calling a pedophile and child molester never been charged or accused of doing those such acts. He came to my house that night with tears in his eyes. Like, why would she do that? Why would she put me online like that? All of my cousins came over yesterday like, yo, he raised us. He ain't never did no, he wasn't the creepy uncle. Why would she put those bad lies out on him?
But he was, when he got with her, Coach, although you gave him a place to stay, he was trying to find dirt on you. And when he got with this girl, you know, this girl started feeding him bullshit
and he
about you guys' family. Exactly. Exactly. So that's his MO. And I've seen that shit a long time ago. That's why I told Phoenix, you know, kind of chill out with this nigga. It don't help him too much because he get around people and things is all cool, but the moment he don't like you associating yourself with somebody else, he automatically try to find. He's trying. He want to find dirt on you.
Man, that man loved Phoenix, man, to the point where he didn't want nobody to come near her. He was obsessed with her. Okay? Obsessed.
And
And
then, you know. Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Uh-oh. Oh, okay. No, you good.
We good?
Yeah, we good. It's just, man, that was my family members texting. It was like, hey, that shit, like, man, that shit is not real. I'm like, yeah, I know. And she just came up with some real, I'm talking about, we have a very huge family. My grandfather has 14 brothers and 1 sister, okay? We all over this bitch. All of them got my granddaddy got great grandkids right now. You know what I'm saying? So for her to make that lie and for the whole entire family to say she lying, not one person in the family says she's telling the truth. They're not trying to hide no lie because, like I said, I got some killers in my family, and if they would have knew some sick shit was going on, my Uncle Jeff would not be living. You get what I'm saying? They'd have been killed that nigga. They'd have been killed him.
But she ain't doing shit with her life, just like Tony ain't doing shit with his life.
Right.
And you're doing something, your people is doing something, and they're trying to sabotage it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of them working together to put their EBTs and their SSIs together and do something with themselves, they want to tear everybody else shit down.
Right.
And I still don't understand how everybody didn't give him a place to stay. Everybody didn't give him a place to stay. He been from East Coast to West Coast, back to the South, back probably to the East Coast, and this has happened for years, and he still hasn't bounced back or even got on his feet. Because I don't even know if he was ever on his feet. But I'm just saying, like, you know, I mean, damn, for you to be down for that.
If he slow down on the hate, he can get himself together. He hate too much. He just wake up today like, oh, I'm hate this motherfucker today, and try whatever he can to destroy a motherfucker. He got to get rid of that hate first. I don't know what happened in his past, but whatever happened, he has so much hate in his heart. It's like, how can you hate a 9-year-old? How can you hate a 9-year-old?
Hey, call him a mutt. You know, saying, you know, fighting with kids over food. That's homeless shit, nigga. That's homeless shit.
The little nigga eating all the salmon. What the fuck? Wait a minute, the little nigga was here before you got here, nigga. What's your problem? Nigga, why ain't you trying to groom this young man to be a man? Why are you?
Because he not no man.
Right. Or he never seen one. Or been around one.
But I want the people to really think about that. Here it is. This is a grown man trying to fight with a child over food. Bum fights.
A 9-year-old.
Bum fights.
That's where they got all they, and this is where they get, this is where they got, and this is where they got their information from. This is why I'm trying to get to the bottom of this shit.
I'm back. I missed something. What you said, Coach? Where they get the information from? I missed it.
Tony. They got all the information from Tony. The man that the man that fights a child. So you all over there taking that shit as this goddamn the Holy Grail. He done fabricated some shit. And this man can't even stay in a house with a 9-year-old without disrespecting him and treating him like he's nobody. Y'all motherfuckers ain't right.
But when he's around a grown man, he bow down. He get on both knees. Nigga, when you was riding with me, nigga, hey, nigga, you couldn't even look me in my motherfucking eye, nigga. You was looking to the ground. I tell you jump, you jump. I tell you go read something over there, you go read, nigga. But you'll fight a kid, but you won't fight a grown motherfucking man.
Cause he can't fight.
But see, that's from living on Skid Row, fighting over sandwiches, fighting over old cigarettes on the ground. That's the type of nigga he is.
Right.
Everybody know he was living on Skid Row. And I'll tell you, I could drive down Skid Row and show y'all niggas eating on each other. That's Skid Row activity. Eating on each other.
Eating on each other.
Yeah, eating on each other, eating cigarettes off the ground, eating old sandwiches off the trash. That's hobo activity.
That's Skid Row.
And he's bringing it into women's households and biting on them. And fighting kids, bum fights, fighting kids over meals.
Right. And this the nigga that they put on their platform to single-handedly destroy African Americans ain't African, or single-handedly destroy Coach Crew. Nigga, please, you can't destroy nothing. You can't
destroy what's already meant to be here.
You can only tell lies. That's it.
Hold on, let me get the kids in the car. Hold on, y'all.
Oh, no problem. So the only reason why I did this live, because I'm not going to talk about Regina no more. She can come live today. I won't give a fuck, because anything she say will be used against her in a motherfucking court of law. Motherfuckers is not going to be running around here being called something that they're not. That's the wrong, you label that shit to a motherfucker and that shit will stick with a person. And y'all didn't think about questioning her to even see if she was telling the motherfucking truth.
No.
You see how you just
they
said
don't care about the truth.
Somebody brought in Phoenix some information. She wanted to make sure it was true before she went and moved forward with it. That's what you do. If somebody bring me some information, I'm just like, oh shit, I got the lit. No, you got to make sure the shit true. So that's on y'all. That's on y'all behalf, and that's on y'all show. That's spewing that shit. So it went from me harboring a pedophile to now I'm the pedophile. Yesterday they was just calling me the pedophile. Just fuck it. Coach is the pedophile. Yeah.
Nah, you lying. My nigga, you lying.
Last night Wild Fox got on there talking about, oh, I got on the phone with the pedophile. He talking about me.
Oh, who channel?
I ain't gonna fuck. Instead of calling me coach now, he just calls me the pedophile all over the man platform. Now, one time did they say, oh, they didn't say coach was the pedophile. They didn't say that shit not one time.
Well, they work off of drama.
You know, Wild Fox feels some type of way. That's the nigga they call you coach. And yet he don't go to none of his son's basketball games. But he's supposed to be some sports trainer. He's one of them niggas. He's just, he kind of slow.
So what you telling me, Phoenix? What you telling the people is that these dudes are deadbeats. They're deadbeats, but they trying to sell themselves and sell their merchandise as family-oriented men. But in real life, they are deadbeats.
And none of them family. They, in fact, are anti-family. They are American Indian family. They are anti.
Don't know what a family is.
No,
you can't keeping up this type of mess, because what type of example you setting for the person that's following you? Right. You can't be a family man if you're not thinking about the seeds you just put out and trying to lead them something good to follow. You're not a fucking family man. I'm sorry. You're not. You're not for the people. If you're not taking care of your own.
This guy here yesterday, he was sucking major pickle.
Man, what?
Major pickle.
Because he know he trying to find somebody to run with, because
he has no choice. Outside of the Aboriginal community, that nigga is nobody. Nobody. He was nobody in the Aboriginal community. So I'm going to tell y'all, ladies, don't let this nigga come fronting like he a ball player. He could fix you a fucking website, but that nigga can't keep you no home. You could forget that shit, provider he is not. Basic shit. toothbrushes, a man clean socks, shit like that.
Get some shoes.
Basic,
when your shoes
basic.
start talking and shit. Yeah, right.
Basic, basic.
He said he's not a what did he say? I'm not a consumer, but you consume liquor all goddamn.
He consume liquor, nigga. Please, your baby mother didn't want you drinking, nigga. You on the first of the month, you'll get you a $600 bottle of motherfucking vodka because you couldn't drink in the house because your drinking is disgusting and you act like a goddamn fool, right? Now, if you could do all of that acting like a fool on the internet, you used to being by yourself most of these couple of years, right? So the only people that would know, nobody would know that you a fucking Willie Lump until you open your mouth when you get online super drunk. But now here's this sister that actually knows how you physically act when you drunk off your motherfucking vodka and didn't allow you to drink in her home. Didn't allow you to drink in her home. So you would spend your money in a hotel for a fucking week. Your whole check. If you don't get, but you ain't that old and you ain't had that many jobs to have a high paying wage for Social Security. So you don't have that. You don't have that. So at the end of the day, you spending $600 on a bottle of liquor because you spending $500 on a hotel so you can get binge drink all week long. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You want to binge drink, bro?
I seen a nigga drink a gallon of white in 3 days. Real talk.
What do you mean when you say white? Like vodka or moonshine?
Corn, yeah, moonshine. Seen him drink a whole fucking gallon. By himself. I seen him smoke a whole carton of cigarettes by himself in a matter of a couple of days. That shit gone.
My bad, I clicked out.
He got his own. Everybody got their own issues. But when you start bringing other folks' issues without bringing your own issues, nigga, you didn't tell folks you lived on Skid Row. He didn't tell people he lived on Skid Row. He didn't tell folks that.
No. How many men he met and couches he had to sleep on? Of men that probably tried to take advantage of him. It all makes sense now. It all makes sense. It all makes sense. His anger and hate for women. You want to get personal, baby? Who know more about you than the ones that seen your face?
That helped you. That fed
and helped you out. Nigga, you a grown ass man, Tomahawk. You call me and ask me, you tell me you ain't got this and ain't got that. Nigga, I used to shit. If I had $40, I'll give you 20. You ain't got no kids to feed. I did. You ain't had no bills to pay. I did. Why should I give you $20 for your cigarette habit? A grown ass man who I ain't dealing with in that capacity. But because I called you my little brother, try to show you some love, try to help bring you to a different level, right? Because my brothers is on a different level. I got a little brother younger than you, and he's way more thorough. He's a whole man, been taking care of a family since he's 17 years old. His woman had 2 kids when he met her at 17. That man 31 years old, and you know what? They still together. They still together. Shit, he gonna be 32 now, excuse me. Holding it down. Kids getting big. I got a niece now. That's a man. Nigga left high school. Basically, you might as well say he got married into a ready-made family. My brother's a man. That's man shit.
But I want the people to really think about that. Here it is. This is a grown man trying to fight with a child over food. Bum fights.
A 9-year-old.
Bum fights.
That's where they got all they, and this is where they get. This is where they got, and this is where they got their information from. This is why I'm trying to get to the bottom of this shit.
I'm back. I missed something. What'd you say, Coach? Where they get the information from? I missed it.
Tony. They got all the information from Tony. The man that the man that fights a child. So you all over there taking that shit as this goddamn the Holy Grail. He done fabricated some shit. And this man can't even stay in a house with a 9-year-old without disrespecting him and treating him like he's nobody. Y'all motherfuckers ain't right.
But when he's around a grown man, he bow down. He get on both knees. Nigga, when you was riding with me, nigga, hey, nigga, you couldn't even look me in my motherfucking eye, nigga. You was looking to the ground. I tell you jump, you jump. I tell you go read something over there, you go read, nigga. But you will fight a kid, but you won't fight a grown motherfucking man.
Because he can't fight.
But see, that's from living on Skid Row. Fighting over sandwiches, fighting over old cigarettes on the ground. That's the type of nigga he is.
Right.
Everybody know he was living on Skid Row. And I'll tell you, I could drive down Skid Row and show y'all niggas eating on each other. That's Skid Row activity. Eating on each other.
Eating on each other.
Yeah, eating on each other, eating cigarettes off the ground, eating old sandwiches off the trash. That's hobo activity.
That's Skid Row.
And he's bringing it into women's households and biting on them and fighting kids, gun fights, fighting kids over meals.
Right. And this the nigga that they put on their platform to single-handedly destroy African Americans ain't African, or single-handedly destroy Coach Crew. Nigga, please, you can't destroy nothing. You can't
destroy
lies.
what's already meant to be here.
You can only tell lies. That's it.
Hold on, let me get the kids in the car. Hold on, y'all.
Oh, no problem. So the only reason why I did this live, because I'm not going to talk about Regina no more. She can come live today. I wouldn't give a fuck, because anything she say will be used against her in a motherfucking court of law. Motherfuckers is not going to be running around here being called something that they're not. That's the wrong, you label that shit to a motherfucker and that shit will stick with a person. And y'all didn't think about questioning her to even see if she was telling the motherfucking truth.
No.
You see how you just
they
said
don't care about the truth.
Somebody brought in Phoenix some information. She wanted to make sure it was true before she went and moved forward with it. That's what you do. If somebody bring me some information, I'm just like, oh shit, I got the lit. No, you gotta make sure the shit true. So that's on y'all behalf, and that's on y'all show. That's spewing that shit. So it went from me harboring a pedophile to now I'm the pedophile. Yesterday they was just calling me the pedophile. Just fuck it. Coach is the pedophile. Yeah.
Nah, you lying. My nigga, you lying.
Last night, Wild Fox got on there talking about, oh, I got on the phone with the pedophile. He talking about me.
Oh, who channel?
I ain't gonna fuck. Instead of calling me coach now, he just calls me the pedophile all over the man platform. Now, one time did they say, oh, they didn't say coach was the pedophile. They didn't say that shit not one time.
Well, they was a work off of drama.
You know, Wild Fox feels some type of way. That's the nigga. They call you coach. And yet he don't go to none of his son's basketball games. But he's supposed to be some sports trainer. He's one of them niggas. He's just, he kind of slow.
So what you telling me, Phoenix? What you telling the people is that these dudes are deadbeats. They're deadbeats, but they trying to sell themselves and sell their merchandise as family-oriented men. But in real life, they are deadbeats.
And none of them family. They, in fact, are anti-family. They are American Indian family. They are anti.
Don't know what a family is.
No.
You can't keeping up this type of mess, because what type of example you setting for the person that's following you? Right. You can't be a family man if you're not thinking about the seeds you just put out and trying to lead them something good to follow. You're not a fucking family man. I'm